I'm Jimmy, I'm from Every Avenue, and this is Buzz TV. Yeah, for basically the way that we wrote all the songs for the new record was over a really long period of time. It's really hard because we've had barely any time off since we started touring like non-stop like 3-ish years ago. So we found out we were going to do a new record. They're like, hey, we want you guys to be in the studio by this time, and we're like, crap, we're like on tour until then, so we have to write while we're on the road, which is really, really hard. But luckily we had more time to do this than we did on the last record, so we spent some time out in LA writing songs, spent some time at home demoing, and then we kind of just went in the studio and kind of basically picked through all the songs and found our favorite ones, and spent about 2 months out in LA recording it, and it's finally going to be released in like 4 days. First CD, we had like 4 or 5 old songs that were from the old EPs that we had written over like a 6-year span or 4-year span or whatever. And on the new CD, I mean, we wrote it now. It's like current. It's what we. Not that we don't like the last album, but this album we're all on the same page as like if someone else wrote this album, we would really enjoy listening to it. We kind of went in and kind of just lost base with everybody else that we're used to talking to while we're on tour and stuff, and just started writing all the songs that we would want to hear that we really like. So now we're all really proud of it. We're just excited to see what everybody else thinks of it. This new record, Picture Perfect, we wrote with Mitch Allen and Mike Green, who they produced with us, and Mitch Allen used to play in a band called SR71. I don't know if you guys remember that band. Some people don't, but yeah, the band was huge, and I definitely listened to them on the radio growing up. And Mitch is really cool. He's a great pop songwriter. He pretty much whipped us into shape a little bit, and he's really honest. It'd be like, that part sucks. Why do you even play that? Like, he's just really honest, and it was cool. Like once we opened up enough to him, and we just were able to butt heads on a friendly level. He pushed us to do good things, and with Mike Green the same. Mike Green has an amazing ear for music, and he'll be like, oh, why don't you just use the 7th chord to do the key change? Like, use the dominant. And we're like, what? Like, all of us started touring right after high school, and we're not, like, I mean, I'd like to think that we kind of craft our skill doing what we do, but we don't, none of us are that, like, we're not great with, like, theory and stuff, and, like, never went to school for it and stuff, so basically we're dumb, and we write stupid songs. Yeah, like on Twitter and stuff, we've gotten a lot of great feedback about the album. Honestly, we get love on websites that usually hate us, and it's weird. Hopefully everybody likes it. I don't know. I'm under the impression that most people that have contacted us about it like it, but we always get people too that hate it, but it's to go without saying, you get used to it. I think it does at times, but I think also, I think that Twitter does help connect with fans a little more, but at the same time it makes things so personal that musicians and fans are so much different than they were like 10 years ago because all the networking tools and stuff online. So people come to shows now and they know all this stuff about you because it's a great way to reach fans, but then fans know all this stuff about you, and they're like, you do want to be friends with everybody, but if someone says something to you and they're like, oh, I can't believe you didn't do this, or why aren't you coming to this state? Or, for instance, the other day, a show got canceled. The promoter canceled it. And so we were playing in Poughkeepsie the next day. So we drove to Poughkeepsie, and we went to see New Found Glory playing at the same venue that we were going to play at the next day, because the promoter canceled the show. But like on Twitter, I'll get something that's like, I can't believe you guys canceled your show to go see New Found Glory. And I was like, really? Really? But it goes without saying to you. Did celebrity deaths have an impact on me? Yeah, Michael Jackson. I remember he died when we were in Grand Rapids on tour, and the bar that we went to that night was playing nothing but Michael Jackson all night. And it was awesome. It was great, but definitely everybody was sad. I was kind of hoping I was at home watching some kind of music awards, and when Janet Jackson did the performance, and when she came out, I was like, am I allowed to swear? I'm not gonna swear. I was like, sorry. I was just like, man, this would be the most epic thing if Michael Jackson came out from like behind a screen and just started singing his butt off. I almost did it again, I'm sorry. But my mom, her sister found that disrespectful, so I stopped telling people how funny I thought it would be. Things that keep our band together, honestly, it's really weird, but being in a van really helps like relationships to a certain extent, because we're always with each other. Like, we've toured on buses before, and on buses, granted we all love buses, but you can't always be in a bus. So when you're in a bus, you have your bunks, you know, with curtains, you have TVs in the front and the back, and it's basically like you can play and then you can go to sleep, and then your driver drives while you're sleeping, and then you wake up at the next location, you know. So it's a lot less like interaction. So being in a van, we're all absolutely dumb all the time, but it keeps us close. And you know, obviously if you get in a fight with someone, you can't just go get in your bunk, you're still there, like, you know, you'll get over it in 5 minutes. So honestly, that's a really weird thing, but being in a van kind of helps. You should come see us on tour right now, because when you do fireworks, there's dragons, there's men with axes, and Miley Cyrus comes and sings on one song. So it's pretty awesome, I'm not gonna lie. That's why you should come see us. So go out now and pick up our new album, Picture Perfect, which you can get in Target for $7.99 or on iTunes for maybe even cheaper. I'm not sure, to be honest. But it's Picture Perfect. Go pick it up. Thanks.